All my niggas up, all my niggas up. Started from the bottom, now we shut down the club. Got the chick on me, she want a freak on me. Cause you know squad poppin', all my niggas OD. All my niggas up, all my niggas up, all my niggas up, all my niggas up. Started from the bottom, now we shut down the club. Got the chick on me, she want a freak on me. Cause you know squad poppin', all my niggas OD. Yeah, yeah. When it cutting the money, I'm stingy. Bubble faces, they might as well call me Benny. Got a small circle, these niggas be capping. Might as well get them my Oscar and Emmy. I drink to the top, then I aim for the stars. And we not talking digits, you ain't no offend me. I'm still with the gang. Whole gang is poppin', we lit. Like we going to the Jenny, I swear that I'm gifted. Had to get on when now everything different. Those who the top are still hitting my business. Testing me some past to a candlelight vision. They tell me I'm cocky, I tell her I'm living. I handle my own with no hands forgiven. Run up these bits while she touching my denim. I'ma hit her like we playing tennis. Started from the bottom, now we up now. If you ain't getting money, shut the fuck down. Cause I've been grinding my whole life, selling niggas a pro. Like from the city, from the north side to uptown. Golden Victor and it's bust down. Just to show 'em it's my time, nigga. Your baby mommy call me Denzel. Cause when I beat it up, she like, mom, nigga. All my niggas up, all my niggas up, all my niggas up, all my niggas up. Started from the bottom, now we shut down the club. Got the chick on me, she want a freak on me.
Okay, was that Genetics? Genetics? Was that him?
It's genetics, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Gotta say it,
I'll
say
rock
it right.
I rock with that.
Nah, yeah, yo, shout out. That's my favorite song. It came out last year, but it's still my favorite song of this year. So if y'all haven't heard it yet, go stream that, support that. It's first single, BMG Genetics. We out here. Also, speaking of music, and since we just talking, did you hear about Meg Thee Stallion and her contract?
No, I did not hear about her thingy in her contract.
So apparently, she can't release any new music because she signed 2 contracts. She has 2 independent contracts. But it was weird because the video she says for it's like a 15-minute video. So like for those who haven't seen the video, let me just give you a breakdown. She goes for the first 5 minutes talking about how independent she is and how she does whatever she wants. And then she says she can't put out new music. So I was confused because I was like, how are you independent and you can do whatever you want? And then you can't put out new music. So
what's the deal with her contract?
she didn't specifically say, but she can't put out any new music, whatever clause that she signed. So she wanted to renegotiate with them. Now that she's managed by Rock Nation, so she's probably getting bigger bags right now. But being that she signed the contract before she got famous, they like you still gotta honor this contract that you did, and she not really trying to do that. She's like, look, y'all either let me. She don't really want to. She saying she don't want to get let out the contract.
So she's signed, but she's not signed. I'm confused.
She's signed to an independent label, but
how you signed to an independent label?
That's what I thought.
Oh, okay, I see what it is. She signed to
two independent labels.
She signed to independent artists.
She said she do whatever she want, but then she said in the same video that she can't put out new music. So I was confused, just a tad bit. But I just feel like a part of me feels like that's business. Like you sign a contract, like when they believed in you when you was young. And no matter what, you signed the contract, you should have read the contract. But then another part of me is like, you see her blossom into something that could be great. Like, don't be that person in the story that's like holding her back from achieving greatness. Like, she could come back and look out for you later on. If you never know, like, just let her be, and you could help somebody else like get up to where she's at now instead of just trying to get that little bit of whatever you could get from Meg. That's how I feel, because she can't put out no music.
I'd never heard a situation like that before.
She probably like the first one to come speak out on it, but I mean, like Lil Uzi was in a similar situation with DJ Drama too. Like, really? You gotta be careful when you read. That's what I was saying. When you sign contracts, I think that they were saying the way things were worded, like the verbiage that they used, is what confused her. Because I thought she was a smart city girl. That was like, that's what people were saying. That like she's smart. She go to college. She's supposed to know what she signed. But at the same time, she was young and eager to move her career ahead. She probably was just... I
mean, it's never really like... I feel like people signing deals, it gets exaggerated. Like, yes, like, a lot of deals are bad out there, but, like, when they're young and they're, like, and they sign a deal, it's like, it's not really, like, that bad of...
Well, she's saying her deal is bad and she can't get out of her contract.
Yeah, but she's young. Like, I feel like she'll get out of it eventually. It's not like she's signed for life.
Well, she can't put no music out. She said.
Damn, that's tough.
I don't know.
I
Like,
hope
what if you was her? If you signed a contract with her, and she blew up, and she wants to get out of the contract, would you let her? Would you let her?
I mean, me personally, I'm a good person, so yes. so, but people out there like they want to make money.
But
And they
is
don't
that
care.
good person? Because it's like it could be also they saying that now that you with the big names, like they trying to just muscle you out of whatever money you could get, and just keep it for them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you were supposed to get like 5% or whatever she got, and she was cool with it, and then now she's with them, and now she about to get 5% of some chicken, and now they cutting you out of that. Period. Like they like, nah, like you, like let's say you, like, if she don't know what kind of contract it was. It could be he could probably sign some shit where she getting 5% of her career the rest of her life. Like, you know what I'm saying? She don't know. You don't know what the.
I mean,
actual
I doubt
contract-
she signed like a lifetime deal or something like that. It's probably she'll figure her way out. She'll figure her way out of it.
I don't know, but all you artists out there, just read your contract. Well, if you gonna sign a contract, read it. They pretty much telling everybody now to get your own lawyer. Don't use the record label's lawyer. Don't use if they're friends with the record label, or that's in anything. Like, you don't want to use a lawyer like a public defender, like somebody that's still close with the opposite side. You don't want to trust that. You get your own lawyer, have them read a contract, do things the right way.
Yeah, I agree
Even
with
if you
that.
gotta pay money for it because you're investing in yourself at the end of the day. You don't want to be stuck like Megan Thee Stallion is right now. I hope she gets out of that situation.
So we're gonna flip the note to more positive news. We're gonna bring back a segment we did a while back, 9 Lives. So we're gonna start that back up. 9 Lives is a segment where we talk about 9 positive lives or just 9 positive things that are going on in the world, and just to bring a different perspective or just a nice type of vibe to your to your day. So starting off with number one. Number one, Leonardo DiCaprio. He started a foundation, Earth Alliance. It's an environmental organization. They've been helping out with the environment all over, but recently the fires in Australia are still happening and stuff like that. So he's been helping out. He donated $3 million not too long ago, to shout out to him. Number two, a bakery in the East Village called Sweet Generation trains and employs youth from underserved communities all around New York. They help through internship programs, so shout out to them. Number
I
three.
used to work at something like that.
Word?
It was like,
let me get through this.
oh, my
and,
bad, my bad.
Number three, Milwaukee native Jessica Benzacane adopted 6 kids to keep them all together after they originally stayed at a foster care place, and the kids were going to be separated, but she adopted all of them so they wouldn't be separated. So shout out to her. Uber passenger Kevin Eschk paid off his Uber driver's Latanya Young's college debt, pretty much. She went to Georgia State, and she was studying criminal justice, and he helped pay it off, and she was at her graduation and stuff like that. So shout out to her and shout out to him for that. That's just really dope. And shout out to Irishman number 5, Irishman Liam Duggan. He's from Ireland. He's working on buying an MRI machine for a local hospital, collecting spare change for sick children and stuff like that. Started back in 2016 for, it costs a decent amount, 150,000 euros, which equals out to $165,000. It's a lot of money, but I'm hoping he gets to that. I'm sure you can donate online if you Google it. His name is Liam Duggan. I think he has a GoFundMe, I believe. And yeah, so shout out to him. Number 6, 3 McDonald's employees in Lodi, California. Never heard of that. They helped save a woman from domestic abuse after police were called in and stuff like that. They helped call them in. They helped hit her from the abuser and stuff.
What? Oh, hi, yeah, okay.
Yeah, they helped.
You said they helped hit her. I was
No.
what?
So shout out to them. Shout out to McDonald's. Well, at least that McDonald's at least. Number 7,
Shout out Mickey D's.
an Alabama prison supervisor. His name is Charles Brooks. He rescued a family's lost dog. The dog's name is Soup. he took care of it until the owner found him. Actually, the supervisor, he found the dog, and he let it play with the inmates, stuff like that. It was kind of like their play dog, I guess, while they were in prison and stuff. But when they eventually found the dog, she saw that the dog built a bond with the inmates and of course the supervisor too. So every now and then the dog visits and stuff like that. So that's cute. Shout out to them. Number 8, restaurant waitress in Michigan donated 20. Well, I don't say donated, but she tipped $20,000. The server Danielle Franzoni, she used to stay in a homeless shelter, and she had an opioid addiction, and now she wants to use that $20,000 that she received as a tip to help with that, and just use the money for her kids and help get a driver's license and start getting her life back together. So, shout out to whoever that man is who tipped $20,000. That's real dope.
What if he did that by accident?
No, he didn't. He was in the news. I think he wants to stay anonymous. But anyway, shout out to him. 9, anonymous Kroger customer paid for firefighters' groceries after the firefighters of Fisher Fire Department were forced to leave for an emergency. The customer paid for they had a lot of groceries, probably worth like hundreds of dollars. So he paid for all of that, and all the firefighters returned back safe. And when they turned back to the supermarket, they found out all their food was paid for. So that was great. Shout out to him. Shout out to them. And yeah, that's your 9 live segment. We're going to try to do that more often.
I have a question.
Just give us feedback on that. And you, of course. Yeah, what's up?
So, if you worked at a restaurant and you got tipped $20,000, are you splitting it with your fellow servers?
I mean, I think you have to. I don't think, unless it's like he gives me a check for $20,000.
If they put it on your bill,
but they still have to look at that, though. I think they manage. I don't know. I never worked in a restaurant before, so I don't know. But I'm assuming.
I'm just saying, if the tip went to you, would you split it with your servers?
But they're gonna see it, so they're gonna take it. They're gonna split it regardless.
I'm asking you.
If I had the choice of keeping it, hell no. Like, of course not. Of course not. I'm keeping that shit all to myself. Like, what you think this is? What about you?
If I got 20, it depends. The people I'm cool with, that never like that I'm cool with, we all gonna eat good that night, and not at the restaurant that we got tipped at.
Facts. Shout out to everyone in the Facebook chat.
Word.
They said the sound is better now. Okay, cool. Shout out to all y'all in there, and
I
then
see y'all, and in the Live at 9 Instagram, we see y'all. Twitter, we see y'all.
Facts. So before we get to our next segment, I wanted to give a review on a G Herbo concert, his PTSD tour he had not too earlier last week, last Thursday. It was great. I enjoyed it a lot. If you suffer from PTSD or similar symptoms or similar, I wouldn't say disease, but just stuff like that, it was definitely eye-opening because you don't see many, at least nowadays, people start to come out more and more. But now it's like it's kind of hard for someone to admit that, and it's understandable. So he was really emotional throughout the performance and stuff like that. The performance was dope. He started the show in a straitjacket. He was hanging upside down, and then he like opened his arms. Like the jacket was crazy. It was really dope. But funny story. Well, not funny story. It was a dumb story. But I told Barry this yesterday. So I got to meet him yesterday. Not yesterday, Thursday. And I bought a marker, had the G Phazos on, stuff like that. And
Explain to people what G Phazos are.
G Phazos are Air Force Ones, pretty much. The younger people will know what that is. Well, I mean, it's not
like
that.
We don't call them that in Harlem. That's
yeah, New York, not so much. More in the Midwest. More, it's really a Chicago thing. But other states and stuff like that, they know what that is too. So I had a marker, and I'm like, yeah, man. It was a silver marker. I'm like, yeah, can you just sign them for me? He's like, first of all, it's not G Phazos. They got to be low tops. I was like, damn. But he's like, I'll still sign them for you.
But you had the mid tops?
I had the high tops. 'Cause I like high top sneakers. I don't really like low top sneakers like that. But I just assumed like high tops were G Phazos too, but I guess not. So anyways, he goes to sign it, and no ink is coming out. I'm like, why is no ink coming out? And this is a Sharpie, by the way. So don't think I went to the dollar store. I was being cheap and bought like some cheap marker. Like, nah, I spent like $6 on this marker. So he's trying to sign it. He's trying his best. He wasn't like being an asshole or nothing really. He's trying to sign it, and he's like, "Did you buy a white marker?" And I'm like, "No, no, 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 no." He's like, "Why the hell would you buy a white marker for white shoes?" I'm like, "Nah, bro, it's not a white marker. I don't know what's wrong with it." So I look like a whole dumbass in front of like a bunch of people. They gave me like a bunch of extra time just to like see if the marker would work and stuff like that. And he was real cool about it, all that stuff too. But it was just like, damn, he probably think I'm retarded because he probably think I bought like a white marker. Anyways, long story short, turns out they got these things called shake markers. I don't know what a shake marker is, but you got to shake it to like for the ink to come out. And I didn't realize that until I got home. They did, but it's real smart. But it's like, come on, I'm trying to buy a marketing signature. I ain't trying to do all that. You feel me? So I was really upset about that, especially when he signed a bunch of people's G-Fazos and stuff like that. So,
So people was lined up.
nah, he was just people was throwing their shoes up on stage, and he was just signing them for him. So I was kind of upset about that. But it's all good, I guess. Shout out to him. Shout out to the tour.
Yeah, we back. Thank you.
Yeah, you gotta stop stepping on the cord. That's why I said.
It's always my fault. It's always my fault. Anyway,
Any reviews you want to give real quick?
Lil Baby's album is fire. I've been listening to Lil Baby all weekend. Is there any other reviews I want to give? What did I do this weekend?
Someone else had a album too.
I feel like I did something.
Besides
good.
G Herbo, his album was fire.
Oh yeah, shout out True Living. I was out there in Jersey at the Plant Based. I think it's the name of the restaurant. It's a plant-based restaurant where they had like a cipher. Like everybody come there. There's a lot of dope people from Jersey that could rap. They came in there and spit some really really good bars. Can't remember everybody's name, but they all was dope. And I don't really like Jersey that much though. The whole city, it's just weird over there. Not in a way that I was at, but like to me, it's like a whack. I don't know. I'm not trying to disrespect Jersey, but it's just a little bit the way the
damn,
buses
you
and
just shitting
stuff.
on Jersey right now.
Nah, cause I just wasn't used to how things was running out there. Like the train and the bus out there is different. Like it's just different out there. Like you gotta like when you come from New York City and you go out to Jersey, it's just different. Like you gotta really like I guess if you driving around it's alright, but taking public transportation out in Jersey is just not the move. I wouldn't recommend it. It's just I'd move out there, but I would never take public transportation. I would take it like to the city because it's mad expensive for the toll is like $15 or whatever coming into New York, and it's like $1.60 on the bus. So I definitely would take the bus, but it just doesn't look right. Like it just looks like you in. I guess it looks like you in Jersey because you're not in New York. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about New Jersey. What do you call people from New Jersey? You call them New Jerseyans? I don't know. But yeah, so I also been wanting to read a good book called Seven Laws of Distraction. I didn't buy it yet. Maybe I'll go to the library and get it. But it's I don't know, like reading books like this is March. It's the beginning of a month, you know. I would say pick a book that you haven't. I don't know. I wouldn't say get a self-help book, but like get a book that you haven't really, that doesn't really like catch your eye and just give it a chance. You know, you never know what that book might lead you. Because I remember when I was a kid, reading books was like a little journey, like it's like a little escape route. Like you could just be in a different world for however many pages is in that book. And then when you're done with that book, you get another one. That's how life goes. Everything all right over there? Huh? Right now, what book would I recommend? Said Seven Laws of Spiritual Laws. I would also recommend. I don't know. Just read a book. Somebody just read a
Sorry
book.
about that, people.
Everybody read a book and mind your own business.
Oh, Women's History Month. Shout out to Mama Bear for reminding us. Well, she didn't
Shout out
remind us.
my mom.
We knew. But thank you so much for bringing that up.
Women's History Month.
Facts.
Free Meg.
We wouldn't be we wouldn't be anything without her. So since it's March Madness, well, this is March. I wish Facebook wasn't so stingy with like copyright stuff that we could play March Madness, for the
Future.
But we can't. But what we can do is do our segment, Nerdy Nine.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
And then Nerdy Nine, one of our new segments, it is where we ask our guest, in this case Barry, we ask him 9 questions.
9.
Yeah, 9 questions.
It wasn't 9 questions last time.
Yeah, it was.
With power, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
They trying to cheat the system because I beat the system.
Anyways, so
Bars.
that's why it took me some time. Since it's Nerdy Nine, I gotta get the whole costume out and stuff like that.
Here you go.
I had the glasses; it kind of broke, but it just makes me look kind of nerdy, more nerdy, I think. And then you asked me why I had braces the other day. This is why. I'm going the full costume.
All right.
All right. So, who played?
I know it's about to be some bull.
What player scored the most points in one game?
Ever?
Mm-hmm.
Will Chamberlain?
How much?
Nah, is that the same question?
Yeah.
There's only one question. I answered one.
It's a stacked question.
How many points I get for a stacked question?
2 points, I guess.
All right. Will Chamberlain, I'm going to go with 100.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
So I guess 2 points for that.
What player has the most assists in NBA history? Well, career assist, yeah.
Career assistant NBA history.
I'll give you a hint. He played for the Jazz.
I was going to say Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Nah. See, you don't watch Push that much, so I'm going to give you a pass. But it's John Stockton.
That was my next guess.
All right, you should get this one. Which NBA player has the most NBA championships in NBA history?
Bill Russell.
There you go. How many?
Is this another stat question?
Yes.
11.
There you go. All right. Which player has the highest career points per game?
Career high. I guess that would be Will Chamberlain, right?
Yeah. No.
How if he had 100? If he had the most points, wouldn't that be a career
Like
high?
averaging, like career average.
See, you got too many stat questions.
It's actually the same question, but whatever.
You just asked who's the career high, and then you
No. The question was,
you got that.
who
thing
has the highest career average in points per game?
in points per game? Kobe.
Close. RP Kobe, but it's MJ.
Okay.
Okay. Which team has the most NBA Finals appearances?
Which team? The Lakers.
There you go. Okay, we trying to heat up now. Okay. Who was the number 1 pick in the 2000 I can't see these glasses.
Oh, geez.
2003 draft?
LeBron.
There you go. Which coach has the most titles in NBA history?
What coach? Phil Jackson.
There you go. Okay, what is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's birth name?
X.
It's Lou, I don't even know this.
Lou Dang.
Lou Alcindor?
Nah, you be wild with that question.
What team drafted Kobe Bryant?
Damn.
It's not the Lakers.
I know it's not the Lakers. I feel like they not a team no more, right?
No, they actually are a team now, again.
Again? All right. That should make it easier.
They moved to New Orleans and then they moved back to the original spot.
Charlotte
There you go. Charlotte what?
Bobcats.
Hornets. Close.
They were, but they was the Bobcats when he got. They was the Hornets when he got drafted, right?
Yeah. Then they switched to something else and then they switched back. Anyways, last question. Who is the tallest player? No, who's the tallest point guard ever drafted?
The tallest point guard.
Just take a guess.
I know the shortest one. I don't know the tallest. If I had to guess the point guard, can I get a clue? I'm not gonna guess who that is. Very popular.
Yes, he's very popular.
He's
Think
still playing.
Lakers.
Like, not Derek Fisher.
I was gonna give you another hint, but that's messed up.
He still play for the Lakers?
No, definitely not.
Oh, Magic Johnson?
Yeah.
He's stupid.
You got? I think you got like.
I got a few stat questions, so I got 100.
Yeah, like a 4 out of 9. That wasn't bad.
I got way more than 4 right, bro. Now you capping. I got at least 6 right.
That was at least 4.
You be hating. You gonna see what the audience at home says.
Facts. We can get better with that segment.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my own game show coming soon.
Yeah, we do actually have a new next week. We having a new segment.
Yes, it's something I know you're gonna love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Anyways, so any more reviews you want to give out in the last 10 minutes, or just anything you want to get off your chest? You said you wanted to talk about the MTA.
If the video is available.
You don't got. I mean, you could just say what happened.
No, I want to see the video. Make that happen.
Oh, okay. Well, since he wants the video, we don't have the video right now. I'll talk about. I saw this interview with Crazy Bone of Bone Thugs and Harmony the other day. He was saying how music label executives, they were told by higher ups to push violence and drugs and like look for rappers that want to promote that back in the day. So that's what they wanted to push, and they wanted to push that on the artists. What's your opinion on that?
I believe him.
You think they still do that to this day?
I don't think now it may not be violence, but I feel like the fashion and they definitely tell you to say certain. I don't want to say they tell you to say certain stuff, but you probably get paid to mention certain things in your music. I'll definitely agree to that.
Because I also saw something where Clips's manager, they said all the lyrics Pusha T and them rapped about was really about his life.
I believe that.
You see that?
I've seen that.
You believe that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but you're not really a Pusha T fan like that, so.
I mean, I'm not a fan of liars.
I mean, you still listen to Pusha T though.
I like Pusha T. I never say.
I mean, you listen to Nicki Minaj. She's one of the biggest liars.
What did she lie about?
That she writes her own raps.
But you the only one that don't believe it.
I'm the only one. Literally everyone.
I mean, that's the whole point. I believe. And first of all, it's Women's Month, so it's like you should show her some respect. And I feel like I don't know what she writes that makes you just do not believe she wrote it. Like it's not like she's writing anything
It's not
that's
anything
mind-blowing.
that she writes. I don't have to believe. It's that
You just don't want to believe
if
it.
If everyone says she doesn't write her own raps,
Just 'cause everyone says that don't make it true.
The level of her music dropped off after she broke up with Safari.
I wouldn't say her level of music is stayed
She
the
hasn't
same.
had a hit since what?
She hasn't had a hit when she was with Safari.
What?
What hit she had?
Everything. Super bass.
That's
like,
not a hit. Like
That's not a. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm a different generation. That's not no hit. Ain't nobody throwing on super
No,
bass.
it's not personal opinion. I'm talking about facts. Like that has over like 100 million views on YouTube.
Okay, a lot of her videos have over 100 million views on YouTube. Yes,
no.
they do. You can pull it up right now.
Okay,
bro.
bet.
Nicki Minaj gets views. Like
She did get views back in the day.
she still does. That's not the point. She never really had like that. She could rap, but she never had no hit career. Like she
So then
never.
how did
was
her
good.
career start then? Did it just magically?
She was the
just
only
magically-
female rapper for like 10 years. There was no. She ain't had no competition, bro. She ain't have to like really go hard rapping.
All right, Super Bass has 813 million views, bro. Or big,
Okay.
the second most behind Anaconda.
Okay, Anaconda was whack.
I mean, but girls liked it though.
It's still a whack song. Like it's not. You talking about what hit she had? Like that was when.
So Super Bass, it was a hit.
Okay.
You
What other-
might have not liked it, but it was a. I mean, I wasn't bumping it really either, but it was still a hit. By
I liked songs she put out since they broke up.
like what?
I like that Dream song. I liked a lot of songs she had on her last album, even though and it still went platinum without. She didn't really have that many videos out. She could still rap. Like I always thought she could rap, but she hasn't made hit songs like on her own. Like Super Bass is not. Super Bass is a.
Wait, what did you just say? You said she hasn't made hit songs on her own.
On her own, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Like on her own.
Yeah,
like
you
she's been on,
literally just
she's
say what
been
I'm
She's
saying.
been on other people's hit songs. She hasn't had her own.
Yeah,
because
she needs to because that's how it is. She has to be.
You just don't like her.
Carrie.
You could just say that.
I like Nicki Minaj. She's a beautiful woman, and I mean she's married to. We're not gonna get into all that, you know, and her brother and all that stuff. But people know what time it is. Okay, like people know. I'm not gonna mention it. So
I love Nicki Minaj. Always will.
I mean,
She's best. She the queen.
she ain't been nothing since Safari left, but okay.
You acting like like I'm not gonna say hey, Safari is dead corny. We're not gonna even sit here and be like he's that guy. He's dead.
I mean, I'm not
corny.
saying he's a GOAT, but he knew how to write some like
Oh,
female
my
songs.
God.
Like
So why he didn't write no other songs for nobody else?
I don't know.
That's a good question though, right?
Yes, that is a great question.
So why not?
But maybe he wanted to go solo
All right. So why it's not working?
because he's a guy.
What
He
is
only
that?
know
You-
he only
You
know
got
make
all the
bangers
excuses.
for girl songs.
I think it's because he's Jamaican that you on his side. I'm part Jamaican too, but right is right and wrong is wrong.
See, if I wasn't the only person saying this stuff,
It
I'd be
doesn't
like,
matter if you're the only person. You could just tell that he like
But
she.
most people are saying
but
this.
she-
You were like
but she-
on an island by yourself.
because I
Besides
remember
the Barbie fans, I guess you were Barbie too. But
I've been a Nicki Minaj fan since she came out, and I could tell how she raps. Like,
I was a fan. I was a big Nicki Minaj fan when she first came out.
she still doesn't have a lot of competition that writes their own raps. Like, so it's like I'm not saying she's the best female rapper ever. Like my favorite female rapper ever is Lauryn Hill, but I liked Eve, I liked Missy, but Nicki Minaj been the most consistent female rapper, and she got bars. Like it is what it is.
I mean, if she
Like,
was consistent, she'd have a hit right now, wouldn't she?
She doesn't have to. She's still relevant without one. She doesn't need a hit.
Is she?
She is.
Only
we
reason why she's
talk
relevant
about,
right
we
now
talk
because
about
the
her
person
right
she's
now.
married to.
Now you're something wrong with you.
I mean,
she's relevant because of the guy she's married to. Like we don't even know. You don't even know his name right now.
yeah, but we know what he did.
What's his name?
I'm not gonna say it. I don't
But
know.
how is she relevant because of him?
Because she's.
You don't
married
think
to
he's
him.
relevant because of her?
It's both, but no one will be
No,
talking about
it's
it.
not.
No one will be talking about it if he didn't did what he did.
So if they wasn't married, we wouldn't be talking about Nicki Minaj at all.
Probably not. No.
Okay.
Because what else are we talking about when it comes to Nicki? Like, what has she done? Like, what
She's been the
has she
main
been like
female
helping
rapper
out
for
the
10
communities and stuff like that?
She
No.
has. For
Has she
Thanksgiving,
been shitting on
gives
all
out
these rappers
turkeys.
trying to
She
get
gives out
attention?
turkeys on
Yes.
Thanksgiving.
Everyone hands out turkeys on Thanksgiving, man.
Everybody does not. You just don't like her. Just say you don't like her, bro.
I liked it when I was younger, bro.
And you don't like her no more.
No, she's just different now.
She is different. She grew. She changed. She elevated.
She trash.
She's trash, but she's still the queen of me. There you go, Nicki Minaj.
I mean, if that's
But I will say you didn't have no hits back in the day. You still don't. But you still the queen. You don't need hits. You made yourself relevant for 10 years. That's all you need.
I don't know how this turned into a thing about shitting on Nicki Minaj.
You said that I believe that she write her raps, and that bothers you.
It didn't bother me. I just I'm trying to. You've been on that way for a good minute.
I believe that
that
she
is
writes
just-
her own raps.
That
But
is just not.
I don't know why she doesn't write anything that makes me be like, nah, she ain't write that. I don't care. Like it's
No,
guys.
no,
It's
no,
guys.
no, 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 it's not
It's
that.
guys
it's because
that don't
I-
write their own raps. Like,
Yeah, that's.
Like-
It's not a big deal. It's the deal is that she lies about it.
but I don't think she's lying. That's not like that's me. I don't think she's lying
It's
about
kind
that.
of obvious though.
Like Rick Ross dead ass said that he wasn't a correctional officer and he
Okay,
was.
but that's old.
So now this.
And he don't rap like that no more.
What does that mean?
He don't rap like he like some
His whole
big
name
drug.
is Rick Ross. That's named after a drug dealer.
Okay, but it's too late to change it now, so that's why he can't change it.
He couldn't change it. He just don't want to. He's lazy.
Anyways, it's Women's History Month. It's March Madness.
Shout out Nicki Minaj, Meg Thee Stallion, Free Meg.
Shout out to all the people on the Facebook chat. Shout out to people on all the IG, Twitter.
Shout out all the ladies out there. Do your thing.
We're going to have a new segment next week. We're going to continue with the new segments. You know the time, live at 9. Peace out, y'all.
Design.